What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and ADA. So we're going to be looking at all those on the one-day time frame. I'm going to try to rip through this as quick as I can for you, give you the price target areas that I'm going to be looking at. But first of all, guys, before we get into the price action, what I want to tell you is don't let people tell you that trading or investing can't be done. I've heard throughout my life so much discouragement in terms of, 90% of traders fail, this and that. But I wanted to tell you guys, as a person who has studied in this space for the last 4.5 to 5 years, and I've really spent time on it, trading can be done. It absolutely can be done, and it can give you freedom to where you can be playing with your kids on a Monday at 11 o'clock, and you're not in a cubicle, you're not taking orders from people, and it can truly change your life. And I just want to say that, if you put in the work, you'll be able to do it. And with time and with dedication, it'll happen for you. So I just want to put those words of encouragement out there. Too many people say it can't be done. And, guys, I've been able to do it. And I thank the Lord for that. That's been guiding my hand. But I don't know. It's just, I hear so much discouragement sometimes and people saying it can't be done, just discouraging new people. If you put in the work, it can definitely be done. So let's dig into this here, guys. We're going to start with Bitcoin. And what I want to point out is we're basically testing that resistance area that I was talking about in the last video that we have to get up and through. So this right here was at $63,641. And this area is basically our previous all-time high to the candle body close is what we're going to be looking at there. So we got up to about 65,000 in terms of a wick, but this is what we're going to have to get up through and start having candle closes up above, in my opinion. That's what's going to be most important for us. So the 63,641, and then it's going to be up to around 66,100 are going to be the main levels. And what I'm watching today, I want to see volume coming in. So right now we're a little bit below what I'd like to see for a nice little move back to the upside, trying to get through this resistance, but we're going to have to give it time throughout the day. But it's nice to see that we did get some support here that came in around 59,480. Okay, so the relative strength right now is at 65. If we take a look at our cipher, our VWAP starting to move back to the upside here, so it's nice to see that little hook coming in there. We have not crossed above the zero line. We're at negative 2.71 right now, so we're going to watch for that cross. Money flow is looking good in the green there, so no problems there. In my opinion, everything's looking pretty good for Bitcoin right now to make another move to the upside and challenge these all-time highs as long as the volume can come in. If we take a look at the volume right now, average volume is 13.67K, and right now we have about 6.25K. So I'm definitely going to be watching that with about 8.5 hours to the close. So let's watch, see if we can get a close up above that area of 63,641 today. So always be prepared, guys, as well. If altcoins could run, if Bitcoin, say we get rejected here, we come back down, we set a higher low, we come back up here, and we basically just chop around for a while, build a nice base, and then finally get up through this area right here. That's definitely a possibility that we could stay in a range between 67,000 and about that 60,000 for another week or so. So I'm definitely going to be watching that, and to see if the altcoins get some basically volume moving into them from Bitcoin moving sideways. So definitely something I'm going to be paying attention to, but right now it's just getting over top of that 63,641 is what I'm going to be looking at. So that's going to be Bitcoin there, guys. If you get something from that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to move on to Ethereum next. I would say Ethereum is probably my favorite coin to trade, guys. I like trading Ethereum first, then it's going to be Bitcoin, and then it's going to be Litecoin, and I also like trading ADA as well. So if we take a look here, it's just 1 second. All right, so the concerning things, I want to point that out first here from the bearish side. So the bearish things are typically when we have these long wicks, we get massive retracements afterwards. So you can see we had this really long wick up here. It didn't come on huge volume though. So when we were getting it back over here, the volume was much higher than what we had in here. So I'm figuring that this was just like a test basically. We were just kind of feeling it out. And now we've been consolidating sideways before we potentially have our true breakout. And if we get that true breakout and we can get over top of this wick here at about 4,400, I would look up to $5,000 is going to be the area for our first target area. And then you can also hear, guys, just a rough one on the 1 day. Just kind of pay attention to this trend line here, just really watching this trend, see if it can hold, see if we can continue those higher lows. That's what's going to be most important. And I think many people really underestimate watching the trend. So you can see right here, Guys, when we pushed down, we came up and we set that first higher low, and that's what got us going here. Higher low, we pushed up, higher low, came higher low, higher low, higher low, and we're just trying to work our way up in this trend until it breaks. Okay, so if we take a look at our cipher here, VWAP is at negative 1.45. Money flow is in the green, so that's looking pretty good there. Relative strength's at 64. So definitely want to keep an eye on that, but we're looking for that heavier volume to get up through some of these higher levels. In terms of support, we want to hold above, I'd say, about $3,900. Obviously, $4,000, then around that $3,900 is going to be the area for Ethereum. So let's watch this, see if we can get some nice momentum into the week here. Next one we're going to take a look at is Litecoin. And if you're here for Litecoin, just put Litecoin down low, guys, so I know you're here. All right. And I made that deal with you. You guys keep taking care of me in the thumbs up and comments and everything. I'll continue to put Litecoin out here for us. All right, guys, so the main areas, if we're going through Litecoin here, we're going to look for resistances. So up in that area, main thing I want to see is back up above $200. I want to find support off $200 so that we can go up and challenge this 232. If we get over top of 232, the game's on, guys, and we really could be looking at like $300, even up to around that $400. It could happen really fast. We spent a lot of time down here. And there's been a lot of accumulation as well for Litecoin. If you take a look at the addresses on Glassnode, it's been one of the most popular. So we definitely want to keep an eye on Litecoin. The relative strength right now is at 57. If we take a look at our cipher, VWAP is negative 4.83, trying to get that to the upside there. Money flow is in the green. All right, so for Litecoin, guys, same deal. We're looking at these higher lows. We want to continue to hold. So we had our low at 140. We had a higher low here at about 161. Then it was 166, 176, and 184. So we want to hold 184 as support so we don't end up breaking this uptrend here. So you could also draw that trend line as well. But guys, these are the main things that I'm looking at right now. I'm just trading on the one-day time frame, being extremely patient, just letting the market do its work right now. And I just want to see if we continue to go up and get some of these higher levels. So my position in Litecoin from 157 is still open, but I am moving up stop losses. So if I do get stopped out, it is what it is, but I want to ride this as much as I can. Right now, the volatility stop for Litecoin would put us roughly at about $181 would be our area. So that's going to be Litecoin, guys. Next one, we're going to go to Cardano here. So ADA, and if you like me covering ADA, please let me know down below. This one I'll throw in. I love trading it. And guys, we've basically been moving sideways for a long time. So if this is going to continue to the upside here, it could be an explosive move for Cardano. So definitely keep an eye on this. And you can also look at our Fibonacci retracements. If we go up here, I mean, we basically came down, tested that 0.618. So let's see if we can go up and test some of those higher levels here, if we can get a nice move to the upside. So one thing I'm paying attention to, guys, if we throw in our moving averages, our 50 and our 200, we want to stay above this 200 and we want to get up above this 50. So that's going to be resistance at about $2.27. So if we can get a move out of here, watch for heavy volume, watch for the relative strength moving to the upside. We want to keep an eye on the money flow. So right now it's in the red, but it's starting to curve up a little bit. VWAP's at 0.77. I think a lot of people, once they start, you know, I've been going through comments and people are making fun of Cardano and that's just moving sideways. It's a stable coin, everything. A lot of times people say that about Litecoin and then it will pump. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Cardano right now, guys. Areas, I'd say roughly about that 220, and then it's going to be up to around 230. It's going to be the resistance areas. In terms of support, we want to hold about 208 is going to be the area for us. And then if we take a look at the technicals, on the one-day time frame, we have an 11 sell, 8 neutral, and a 7 buy. Oscillators, 3 sell, 7 neutral, and a 1 buy. And then moving averages, we have an 8 sell, 1 neutral, and a 6 buy because we're trading below those. And then if we take a look at our 1 week there, looks a little better on the longer term. So definitely something, guys, we want to see if we can get a nice move, go up and challenge some of these higher levels for Cardano. We're still up above the 200 here. You can really look at the price action. We may be due for another move to the upside here in the days and weeks to come. So I'm keeping an eye on it. God bless you all. Take care, my friends.